Turn up. It's your boy Ozzy back in the building. Got another episode for you guys, Organic Soul Gumbo. Yo, got another one for you right in the pot, ready to go. But before we do that, before we get all into it, like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. If you already subscribed, don't forget, hit that notification bell. Fill that bell up. Don't leave it outlined. Fill the bell up so you get all my videos. I played a scratch off the other day, and it got me to thinking about the lottery. I actually won on the scratch off, but it wasn't that much money, but it did get me to thinking about the lottery in general. The first lottery was actually held in 1994, which blew my mind because I thought the lottery was something that's been around for a long time, but this is something that's relatively new, which shocked me. And since the lottery came out in 94, there have been approximately 3,000 millionaires created through this lottery system. You see, Americans spend between 60 and 70 billion dollars per year on the lottery. The poorest people play the lottery. The people at the lower end of the socio-economic spectrum, because they market towards these people. They put lottery signs in front of the gas station or the corner store in the hood. It's always liquor stores and shit like that. So it's easy to get false hope when you're struggling, you can't pay your bills, and you look around and you got the prospects of getting free money. That's really enticing. That you spend $1 or $2 and that could change your whole life. But a lot of times these people never see anything because winning the lottery is not easy. And out of those bottom third of the lowest socioeconomic spectrum, half of those people buy all the lottery tickets. So that's like 40 billion dollars per year that's getting spent by the poorest people amongst us on the lottery. But the odds of you actually winning the lottery, that's approximately 1 in 175 million. You got a better chance of getting struck by lightning than actually hitting the jackpot in the Mega Millions. But the biggest lottery win for one person was $1.586 billion. $1.586 billion. That's a lot of fucking money. That person could have gotten that in a $533 million annuity over 3 decades. Or she could have took the $327.8 million lump sum, which is what she went with, this woman in Zephyrhills, Florida. You're gonna get taxed whether you take the lump sum or you take the annuity. They're gonna tax you every time you take the money out. If you get the annuity, you're gonna have to pay a tax on top of that. If you take the lump sum, they're gonna take a whole chunk out of it right there. Now, only 7 states allow anonymity. Only 7 states allow you to remain anonymous if you hit this lottery, right? Delaware, Kansas, Maryland, Ohio, South Carolina, and Texas. So if you're in one of them states and you win the lottery, you might be in a good position where you don't have to disclose who you are. But anywhere else, you probably gonna be shown. 48% of the people who win the lottery, they continue to work. They don't give their jobs up. 48% continue to work. But you see, that's because every lottery isn't a big lottery. Some lotteries is just like a scratch off win or a play 3 win, a couple $100, a couple $1,000. Everybody not winning that big huge jackpot. So I understand why almost 50% of the people who win the lottery continue to work. I get that. 68% of people who have already won the lottery, whether it's a big jackpot or a small jackpot, they continue playing the lottery. But like I said, more people win the lottery on a small scale than they do on a big scale. So I understand why they continue to play. 90% of the people who win the lottery lose friends. And I'm pretty sure we all can understand why, when you come across a large amount of money, why you would lose some friends. Because see, money changes things, and money brings out who you really are, or it makes what you've been doing worse. Money usually never makes you a better person, and money brings a lot of jealousy and envy. And if you don't do things for people at the drop of a dime that can create problems with you and those people. You see, only 55% of the people who win the lottery say they are actually happier with their life. The money can end your marriage. You know, it can make your marriage better too, but it can definitely create problems in your relationship, and it can cause separation. If you're not a happy person naturally, if you got problems in your life, money is not gonna solve those problems. Money can only solve the problems as far as finances. If you can't pay your bills and you're depressed because you can't pay your bills, that's one thing. But if you saw your mother get killed by your father, or if you were abused when you were younger, that's the source of your pain. That's the source of your turmoil. No matter how much money you get, you're gonna always revert back to those moments and back to that person, because when the lights go out, none of that money really matters. You're the only person there with yourself, and you have to live with what happened to you in your life. You know, 44% of lottery winners lose everything within 5 years. It's a short amount of time. 44% of lotto winners lose everything within 5 years. Think about that. We're talking about massive amounts of money. And if you are a regular person working a regular 9-to-5 job and you come into all this money, do you think you know how to balance books? Do you think you understand what investments to make or what securities to buy to protect what you have and protect your assets? You can't do that by yourself. You need professionals. You got to fortify yourself with people who know more about this than you, because if you don't do that, you're going to lose everything. You're going to be in a situation where you're going to be working again. You should never have to work again after you win a Mega Million or a Powerball lottery. Now, technically, I did win the lottery because I played a scratch off and I won $100. It was a $2 scratch off, so that was crazy. But anytime I go into a corner store or a gas station and I get caught up behind somebody, I'm just trying to get my iced tea or get my gas and get out of there, and it's somebody playing a lottery, they got a whole stack of lottery tickets in their hand, that annoys me so bad. I'm not even gonna lie. That shit right there, I be going off in my mind like, bro, you are not gonna win the fucking lottery. But the truth of the matter is, somebody does have to win the lottery, and if you don't play, you can't win. The odds of winning the lottery are way too low for me to be playing the lottery every day, because technically the lottery is a secret tax, you know, and I'm not going to invest into a secret tax. I pay too much money in taxes anyway to be giving more money in taxes, because as much money as we put into the lottery, truth is we don't get half of that money back. You know, most of the time nobody wins the lottery. Now, if you like me, you know, and you feeling lucky and you go in there and you play every once in a while, fine. But to be using that as like a second job or a second career, or hoping that's gonna get you out of your situation that you in, that's a little bit unrealistic. So these are just my little, you know, couple little facts, my little opinions on the lottery or whatever. Don't forget, man, like the video, share, subscribe. I'm out of here. Peace.